Hello my strong friends. Today we have a really exciting video. I am going to get my body fat tested with a DEXA scan. This is something I haven't done in quite some time. The last time I did it, I was competing in bikini and I was really small and lean. I'll throw a picture up here. And at that time I was 128 pounds. I believe the test showed that I was 12 point something, almost 13% body fat, and I had 113 pounds of lean body mass. Right now, I'm 150 pounds. I was just shy of 150 pounds because I'm just starting my cut, or I'm starting to like reel things in, as I like to say. And yeah, my bulk is over. So today we're going to kind of start with a fresh slate, see where we are. Hopefully I'm over 113 pounds of lean body mass. I'm slightly nervous though, because what if I'm not? What if it's not that much? But we will see today when we go get a DEXA scan. Okay, we're running late, so we gotta go right now. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to do that. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, give it a like, and yeah, okay, bye. This is just a sample report, but pretty much this is what my sheet will look like when I get it. Wonder where I'll be. This is 5 pounds of muscle. I feel so heavy. Who has a muscle this big anyway? Definitely not any of y'all watching. And then this has got to be like 3 pounds of fat. See the volume difference? Kind of cool, huh? Oh, this thing's so heavy. So this sheet is kind of cool. I did want to talk about. There's a ton of different ways. Well, not a ton, but there's several different ways to test your body fat. I've never tried an impedance scale, but I have tried a bod pod. So I'm assuming that this is just what this person was read in regards to her body fat percentage. So you can see that DEXA scan is higher, whereas like if you take one side of a caliper, you could store your body fat in many different places. But it's interesting to see like the dunk take is showing 19.8. That's so low for a woman. Like that's so low. So like you can see the contrast from like getting a dunk tank reading as opposed to the DEXA scan. People always ask how tall I am.
Oh, you're almost 6'4".
Oh my god.
6'3". Did you pass?
Damn, she's big.
So here we have a snapshot of you, your composition. It's color coded, so the green would be lean tissue, muscles, also fluids and organs. A little bit of red is fat tissue, white's your skeleton, which is accounted for here. These 3 numbers make up total mass, so total weight and body fat percentage is just a ratio. It's fat tissue over total. Your bone density is off the charts. And I do see that with powerlifters. I mean, compared to women your age and ethnicity against the national survey, your bones are denser than way over 99. Cool. We use this, so this is the age match Z-score, so it compares you with what they consider the national survey makes sense. Like, what's your population? Mm-hmm. So female, your age, and your ethnicity. Okay. And obviously the denser the better. Osteoporosis is characterized by porous bones, mm-hmm. not dense bones. So this being that high is remarkable and a good thing for the long term. Essentially you want this number as high as possible and this as low as possible. You have a little bit more lean tissue in your right arm. It's a really small disparity. You're essentially symmetrical, and then a little more in your left leg. So may or may not correlate with strength. One side could be longer. You could have had an injury on one side. You're extremely symmetrical, though. It would have to be over 2 pounds for it to be considered an imbalance.
Remember we measured my bicep? Which one was smaller?
Probably the left. Correct. The right arm has 1/10 of a pound more lean tissue.
Okay, you guys, we've got our results. At first when I saw this form, it says lean tissue here, 111.4 pounds. Remember when I said I got my DEXA scan before and it read that I had 113 pounds of lean body mass? So I think what I'm hoping is that lean body mass calculation that I had of 113 pounds was the amount of body fat pounds that I had minus total mass.
Other way around. Total mass minus.
Yeah, exactly. Total mass minus the amount of fat tissue in pounds that I had. So this instead, that lean tissue number, 111.4, that scared me. I saw that, I was like, oh my god, what has happened to me? So that lean tissue doesn't count bone mineral content. Yeah, that's it. So my total lean body mass, if we take 152.8 pounds, what I was on the DEXA, minus my fat tissue, 152.8 minus 34.6 pounds of fat tissue is 118.2 pounds of lean body mass.
That's good.
That's good.
And
Compared
also
to my 113 lean body mass calculation that I had from 2014. I'll put a picture back up, and maybe I can compare the bodies.
So at the end of this summer, when you get to 133 pounds, 132 pounds, you'll look like that, right?
I'll probably look way more jacked out of my mind. But yeah, so I think this is a really cool way to track progress, because the numbers, I like the numbers, and I like to have concrete evidence, and I believe we'll just come back here. They'll keep our files here, and we'll just come back here in a couple of months, hopefully. Hopefully we see some, you know, we're gonna get our summer body right. No offense, so hopefully we'll see some actual aesthetic differences, and then be able to come in and see more concrete differences.
Right.
I want to keep that fat tissue going down, but my lean tissue staying the same, or maybe even going up if I'm training really hard. So yeah, we'll see. What do you think, babe?
I think it's good. I mean, I also think there's always measurement error, but the best that you can do is set a reference point, like a benchmark, and compare across that. So it's like, if you were to start your cut and do a DEXA and then finish your cut and then do a dunk tank, and it's like, wow, I lost 45 pounds and it's like, well,
yeah, however you do decide to, I think the DEXA is something that I've used before, and I do find this really helpful when you can see a comparison of your body compared to their testing pool that they have, and also
better distribution results too.
You can learn things like your bone density. That was really interesting thing to learn, that my bone density was off the charts. That's really encouraging, and like a good reason to strength train is to increase your bone density, especially for women, older women too. So that was cool to see, and it's also interesting to see where I do store my body fat. Obviously, I store a lot in my hips. A lot in my hips. This is called the
those calves
gynoid.
for a second though.
Yo, the calves though, once I lose some of that body fat, yo, it's gonna be,
Come on, let me see those meat bags.
it's gonna be lit.
Was your body fat was 22.7?
My total body fat is 22.7%, which I think is relatively healthy body fat percentage, but
especially for like an off season,
Yeah.
6 months out from your meet, 5 months out.
Yeah, I know that I feel, let's get real, talk about how I actually feel about my body. First of all, I'm very neutral about how I feel about my body. I know body positivity is this thing where people are like reclaiming how their body looks, and they're like, no, it's great. I love my body no matter how it looks. I think that's awesome. For me, I do think it's important to just have some sort of neutrality in regards to how your body looks and how you feel about it, because it's just not that huge of a deal. And I think we, you know, even with the body positivity movement, it's great, don't get me wrong, but it's still us focusing on our bodies when I would rather us focus on something else. They're just more interesting conversations to have. So with that, there still is definitely a part of me that wouldn't mind getting a little shredded. And it's something that I haven't done in a long time, and I would like to push my body competitively and try to bring down my body fat so that I can get back into my weight class. Also feel a little bit better for summer. There's nothing wrong with wanting to see some of that, but I guess I'm not so attached to that idea and the desire to see that to where it's affecting my everyday or affecting my every move or affecting my confidence. So I guess that's what I mean about being neutral with how I feel about the way my body looks. You can be like, feel negative about it. You can feel really uber positive about it, which are both fine. I mean, I would rather you not feel negative about it, but feeling extra positive about your body no matter what is fine, but you still are focused on the aesthetics of your body. So if we could all just feel neutral and then just do whatever the fuck we want, I think that would be better. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm excited to see what happens when we continue on with our cut. I am currently using Renaissance periodization. I went back on the base template, and I will slowly transition into a cut. So far I'm already starting to notice some weight loss. It's only been a couple of days, so it's really just probably water weight. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep the scale going down, try to keep my lifts going up, and having a great time all along.
It's a good combo.
it's a good combo. If you want to follow the programming that I've been doing for powerlifting, check out my new program on bodybuilding.com all access. It's called Uplifted. These birds. It's a very low fee, monthly fee. It's $8.99 I think for the all access, and you get access to not only my program but all of them. I'll link that in the description down below, and as well as RP. You can use my RP discount code MEG10 and get $10 off, and then we could just be running the same plan, same diet plan. We're gonna make progress together. Let me know.
Scaled for whatever your starting point is, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I chatted a lot in this video, but hopefully you enjoyed it or learned something new. Strength train, because it's gonna make your bones strong.
All right, ab check.
I'll see you guys in the next video. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you enjoyed this and want to see more or an update in a couple months, be sure to like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Comment down below what your body fat percentage is, because I know some of y'all gonna be hating on my 22.7%.